just spent the last 10 minutes talking to these folks I was telling you about. That would be Michael and Joyce Pendleton. They're from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And Mike and I have some history. We grew up in New Jersey together. Now we're somewhere in the DC area. And he's like far east of DC and I'm far west of DC. So at some point we'll probably have to meet up in DC or something like that. But it's good to have you guys on to talk about your marketing business and online marketing for you, Mike, and then Joyce, your travel business. And I do this just as a way to make sure that we're doing something positive here on YouTube, because we need some people who can show that business can be done. Because frankly, the Black community needs more than anything else, some economic boosts wherever we can find them. So it's a pleasure having you guys on. So
pleasure to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Let me do this real quick. I need to go into YouTube real quick and see who's in the. Okay, I needed to I'm having a senior moment, y'all. To mute. Okay. So tell us, Mike, tell us about your business and how you got into it. Tell us about your history. So I'm just going to sit back and listen.
Okay, sure. Okay, so I'm what you would call an online marketer. So I did get started in network marketing about, I guess, the beginning of the 2000s. Dabbling off and on. So I've been serious in the business for about 6-7 years now. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing the business and I actually love it. I love network marketing. It allows you to start your own business for a low startup cost. Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, for some people, when they see that, they'll start and they don't take it seriously, because it's such a low startup cost. Mm-hmm. But I've been doing it, and it's been good to me. So what I did about a couple of years ago, I decided that there was more I needed to know, that there was something more I needed to know, the knowing of which would skyrocket my career. So I took some time off and I started re-educating myself, and I got into online marketing. The traditional network marketing works great. You've got some millionaires out here that have been traditional network marketers. But with the internet, now you want to be able to reach out to the world. And most of these companies are worldwide. So you need to know how to market your business on the internet. So I started studying, I started learning, I started joining groups, I started joining all kinds of just groups where I could learn how to market on the internet, like you're doing with YouTube. You need to learn how to use YouTube, social media, and things of that sort. So that's where I'm at now. I take those skills and I use it in network marketing and my traditional skills, and now that makes me even stronger in that industry. Okay. So that's where I'm at now. Mm-hmm. So my particular business that I'm concentrating on, what I do is I help marketers, small business owners, to get more eyes on their products, their services, and their websites, because that's the biggest challenge. We're trying to get as many people as we can to see our content. So I found that that's where I wanted to be. I wanted to help people. That's what entrepreneurs do. We solve problems. Mm-hmm. So there's so many people having problems in this industry and challenges. I wanted to be the one that they came to help them. So one of the ways that I do this, among others, but one of the ways I do it, and I'm really enjoying this, I got involved with a company last year called Royalty. Now, what Royalty does is they're a tech company, and they're a marketing tech company. And there's a new technology out there called proximity marketing. So proximity marketing has actually been around, but only for the big businesses. So if you ever went in Macy's or Walmart, and you'll notice you on your phone, you'll get a message telling you about Macy's sales and Walmart sales. Well, only the big business owners could do that because they had to create an app for that. Very expensive. But now we have what we call beacon technology. And that's going to allow the small business owners at a very low cost to do the exact same thing. So the beacons look like this. And you can hook them right onto your keychain.
Okay.
They're Bluetooth beacons. And what it allows you to do, it allows you to put your message, your particular message, and your link or your website, your YouTube channel, your Facebook page, whatever it is you want. And it comes up on Android cell phones. So I don't know if you can see that.
I saw that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, of course, you mentioned Android. Is that available for Windows phones or Apple phones or iPhones?
Here's the thing. Android uses the Google Nearby system, and iPhone just has not caught up yet.
Okay.
So the Nearby system picks up all beacons within the area.
Okay.
So for right now, it only goes out to Android phones. But the good news is that 65% of North America use Android and 85% of the world. So you get a big share of the market. Okay.
So let's say I'm selling, I don't know, selling books or something like that. What happened? I come to you, Mike, and say, look, Mike, I need help. I got to, expand my market. How does this work? How does this little, this device, if you will, how is that going to help me? What do I have to do?
Okay. Well, among other things that I would tell you, with regard to the beacons, it's a simple, a beacon is $25 a month, one beacon. That's it. So what you would do is you would sign up and you would get yourself a beacon. The beacons come 3 to 5 days from the time you sign up. Now, what it does, you're going to get your own back office and you're going to get your own app that is going to allow you to change the message at will from your phone. And you can also get that app for iPhone too. So you can have an iPhone. It doesn't matter what type of phone you have, but the beacons will only show up on Android phones. So you're going to type in a message, whatever your message is, whatever it is you're trying to sell. You only have 40 characters, so you want to make it a compelling message. Now, see, this is not spam. This is coming up on, if you have an Android phone, you swipe down to see your notifications.
Right.
It's going to come up on your notifications. And then it's up to the person, the phone user, to click on it if they want to see the what the message is. So you would put something like, if you're selling books, when's the last time you read a good book? Or are you looking for a good read? Something that a person's going to look at their phone, they're going to see that and they're going to go, well, no, I haven't, and maybe hit it, and then you can redirect them to wherever you want. Maybe your YouTube channel or a landing page that can gather some information. Anything that you want, as long as that link is secure.
What about services? I would say myself, I'm more of a service provider than I am of a physical product provider. Would this work for services as well?
Sure. Say we also have with the app the ability to make digital business cards. So you can create a business card with your face, your background, put all your information on it. You can put your YouTube channel, you can, whatever it is that you want people to know. You can put a video, anything that you want. Now that digital business card can either be texted out, emailed out, or it can be connected to one of your beacons. So it's constantly going out within 100 yards of this particular beacon at all times. With all your contact information.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So like people with barbershops and say pizza places, bars, with that beacon in your building, everybody that's walking by that's looking at their phone, and everybody's looking at their phone, will get your message. Half price on slices at Joe's Pizza. There's Joe's Pizza. Well, let me get in there, get your message out.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. How long has this technology been around?
Well, the company Royalty, which is the main company, there's been a couple that have sprung off of that, but they started in January of last year. they started taking on affiliates in May.
Okay.
So there is an affiliate program that you can participate in. It's absolutely free. Excuse me. It's totally up to you. That's where the levels of income come in. So we call ourselves more of a direct sales company, more so than a multi-level, because we only go down 2 levels. But forgot what I was about to say.
Now you're having your senior moment.
Yeah, now I'm having my senior moment. But yeah, they got started. They started taking on affiliates in May of last year, and since then it's just been growing. And it's an awesome company because they look out for their affiliates. Every month there's different bonuses if you hit certain areas and things like that. Now, like I said, I have about 40 people on my team. Some of these people are just brick and mortar business owners. They're not interested in sharing it with anyone else. That's fine. Like I said, it's free to be an affiliate and share it. Some people are just using it for their business. I mean, I have caterers. I have a bulb and battery store, which I had never heard of before in my life, that are using the beacons, and they're loving it. So people are really happy with them. Okay.
You and I are going to have to get together and talk about that offline.
Most definitely.
I've got some things circulating around in the old dome, and you've given a brother more food for thought. So what else is there anything else you want to tell the 2 people we have watching right now? Got a big thank you, and nobody's in the chat room yet either. So Sunday afternoon
when they start coming in.
So what else do you have for us, Mike?
Well, also we have a travel company.
Right. There you go.
Joyce handles, so I'll let Joyce speak.
Well, we have a website, pendletontravelandshop.com, that you can go to and book travel yourself online. And then I deal mostly with the group when we're doing group cruises or destination celebrations. You know, as a group, I will put those together and handle all the transactions. Everybody would have one point of contact, and that would be me. And I've done like a birthday cruise and had the celebration on a ship. Anything with the group, I'll handle. But if you just want to get an airline ticket, please use our site. When you're surfing around, see if you get a good price on our site, pendletontravelandshop.com. And if you want a vacation, a family vacation, I do those also, where the whole family's going out, they're traveling together. I will book their hotel and the air and any excursions or tickets to parks that they need while they're on vacation.
All right.
We offer payment plans, so that makes it a lot easier for some.
Yeah, because a lot of things when people go online, they want to book a trip online, they may require you to pay the total amount. Once you go in and book it, pay the total amount. But with us, we can set up a payment plan. Make it easier on your pocket.
Okay. It sounds like you're also taking on something of a risk too, in case someone for some reason cannot make a payment or does not, what
we do is we try to tailor the payment plan to the individual.
Okay.
So we work with them, and they know the cancellation or anything like that, and they know the dead drop date that you have to have the payments in. So that
got it.
I haven't had anybody that I had to make a payment for.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
We make it so that you can handle your payment.
Thank you.
You try to book it in advance. And then if you come 45 days before your travel date with any company, anywhere, online, any place, going direct to a resort, you have to pay the entire amount.
Right. Got it.
We come into play where if you, know that next year you want to take that cruise and celebrate that birthday, You start now, and that gives your guests a chance to make payments rather than have to come out of pocket. If you say, oh, I'm doing this one, you know, in 30 days, they're going to be like, well, you have fun.
Yeah, right, right. Well, and this is paid off in terms, you're talking about paying it off before the trip happens as opposed to after.
Because every trip you have to have paid off between 60 and 45 days.
Okay, so got it. Okay. What would you say the biggest, you've had several groups, what was your largest group, if you don't mind? Joyce?
My largest cruise group was about 76 people.
Okay.
For a birthday, and it was a mixture of family and friends. They had a good time. We actually joined them.
We joined them on that.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's the perks.
Okay, got it.
Perk. You know, being an agent, you know, you can get agent rates, and there's perks of being able to also visit different resorts and stuff as an agent to see if you want to book people there, and they give you what they call fam rates. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, they'll have you come down and they'll treat you like a king because they want you to go back and tell your clients.
Okay, who's they? Who will treat you like
different resorts?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, we haven't done the resort thing in a while. It's been 2 years. And that would be
I love destinations too, but I love cruising.
Oh yeah, you do? My daughter just did a cruise from around the Mediterranean back in May, and she also flew from Oakland all the way to Barcelona to pick up the boat and do that circuit around the Mediterranean. But next time I'll make sure that she hollers at y'all. And she loves to travel. So does my sister and my mom. And you guys want to
send them on.
Okay, I'll send them your way. So I guess what was it that set you on the path to doing the entrepreneur thing? Because our generation, the baby boomers, or at least the late baby boomers, were told, go out, go to school, get a job, that whole thing, which sounded good because we saw our parents do it. We saw our parents stay with the same employer for 30 years. Then somewhere along the way, and I can't speak for you guys, but I can speak for me, somewhere along the way, that contract got shredded big time. And I'm wondering if economic uncertainty had an impact on your decision making to go this route, or just I wanted to hear a little more about that for our audience.
Well, myself, as you know, I'm from New Jersey.
Right.
I came here to go to college, HU, Howard University. And my plan actually was to become a school teacher. But having to pay that tuition and come up with money, I went into corporate America because in high school, I worked for the telephone company. So I got on with the telephone company here and kind of got sidetracked. So that 30 years, you said working for a company for 30 years, did that. And at the end of those 30 years, I stopped liking to go to work. And so I stepped out on faith and I left the company and left that paycheck that was going to come in every week and decided to do some things on my own. And one, I reached back into my dream bag and started substituting in school. And then a friend told us about a company where you can book travel, which was something else I also wanted to do. So we went to a meeting and they told us about it, and we were like, whoa,
Yeah.
yes, we're going to do this. And we started traveling, and the company switched hands and stuff. You know, now we're with a different company than we started out with, but that's okay, because I'm still doing what I want to do and on my own terms, as far as I don't have to meet goals to make somebody else rich and say, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta sell this, you gotta make this objective, you gotta do this. Nope. And I love it. And I'm also a school teacher, so I'm doing the things that I love to do. I go to school, teach my babies, and in the evenings I book the travel.
Okay.
And I'm my own, you know, even though I'm in the school system, I feel like I got the greatest job, because, you know, I'm shaping and molding those young minds to do their own thing when the time comes. Giving them knowledge to know and to identify what's good, what's going to work for you, what's not going to work for you. Summer's off, holidays off, book to travel, so I can travel on all that break time.
Okay, cool. Mike?
Well, I like what you said, because she's doing what she wants to do, you know, and that's, you know, and well, you know, I'm retired Teamster.
Right.
So I could have just sat back and just lived off a pension, but that's not me. There's so many things in life I want to do. And then when I think back of those times at work, I don't want another job. You know, I hated getting up, going to work and working my butt off so somebody else, so the boss can pull up in his Lamborghini. I was like, why can't I do that? You know? So
Understood.
I love the freedom. I love the freedom. I work from home. You know, a couple times Joyce's car went down, so I took her into school, and the traffic, that's not something I deal with. I don't know anything about traffic. I was like, you do this every morning? You know, I don't want to do that. So
terrible.
My biggest why, I love helping people. That's why I chose to be in the industry where I'm helping those that are struggling, you know, because so many people in the network marketing industry are struggling. You know, in fact, they say 97% aren't doing well.
Right.
And that's because they're not being trained properly. You know, a lot of these companies, they just bring you in and they let you go, and they don't train you. And a lot of them haven't been trained. But if they can bring in enough untrained people, you know, so that's.
Man, I know where you're going. I know exactly what you're talking about. Before we go further, this is the guy that you know is quadruple B for Bamboozle Black Baby Boomer. And I'm talking to a couple other Bamboozle Black Baby Boomers. Michael and Joyce Pendleton are here with us to talk about network marketing, new approaches to network marketing, and to their online travel shop, which you should visit. You know, if you can go to Expedia, you can go visit the Pendletons. Trust me.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. Hey, Expedia, travel, you know, Travelocity, all them. Forget them. Go holler at Joyce and Mike. Okay, for your travel needs. Okay.
Yeah.
I was doing this live stream a couple of weeks ago, Mike and Joyce, where I was just doing there with my tattered, you know, I was all unkept, looking all crazy. I had to take that thing down. But during which I talked about my time in Amway. Me and Kathy were part of Amway. Now, I will say this. That experience did teach me about thinking another way, because everything they said about having a job, even though I was still like writing for newspapers at the time, it wasn't that much fun. it was getting to be less and less fun. And Amway itself was it was a good experience to know people who had dreams and goals and whatnot. But the only thing about it was that it felt like looking back, it's like you're selling all these commoditized products, which are a little more expensive, and trying to get people in on your come in under you is like pulling teeth. And that's was my experience and Kathy's experience. Now, we did go to all the functions, the weekly opens, we would go to travel out of town to those events like Dream Night and Free Enterprise Day on Labor Day weekend. We'd be traveling into South Carolina. We were living in Southern Virginia. This was in the mid 90s, but we were traveling all over places like Greensboro, Knoxville, Tennessee, Myrtle Beach. And I'm just rambling because that was my experience, but that at least got me thinking a different way. Now, of course, I didn't, after Kathy and I left Virginia and came back north to Pennsauken, we kind of abandoned it. And that's been my experience with network marketing. And go ahead.
I always say that network marketing is actually, it's a personal development platform with a compensation plan attached. Like you said, you learned some new things. The person I've become since I started network marketing is phenomenal. That's why I call myself the motivational marketer, the motivating marketer. Because the things that I've learned, the way I've learned to think differently, just because of it. Now, I've been in a couple different companies. Some didn't work out. But with your case, and in the case of a lot of people, they're not being trained properly. You were just left out there to just fend for yourself. Pretty much. Yeah. And yeah, that's what has given network marketing kind of a bad name.
Yes. One thing I did see on your website, you said that people don't join companies, they join people. And that took me back to one major gripe I had about Amway, was the curiosity approach. I want you to come to this meeting. I want you to take a lot of valuable time to come to this meeting, but I'm not going to tell you what it is till you get there.
Right. A little sneaky, doesn't it?
Yeah. And that's not a good way to start, in my opinion. But Amway had gotten such a not so great name. They felt like, well, we don't want to prejudice people. Well,
yeah. And that's the way a lot of those companies did back then. But that's not working anymore.
Oh yeah, especially now that you got the internet to, with every disgruntled, it seems like every disgruntled distributor has got a website with a Amway horror story.
Yeah, the new way to do things is to build relationships.
Right.
You like a lot of people will join you, whatever you're doing, not because of what you're doing, but because of who you are. If you position yourself as the expert, like you do with your channel, you put out good content and people will follow you. You build an audience, a loyal audience. And then with integrity, if there's something that you want to sell or share with people, those people that have been loyal to you because of the content and the relationship that you build with them, they will buy from you. That's the new way.
Yes.
And you don't have to search people out. You're no longer hunting people. You become the hunted. You know what I mean?
Oh, God, yes. Speaking of being hunted, I was walking through a mall in Hampton, Virginia. And at the time, Amway folks were giving out, these cassette tapes to give to prospective distributors. And this one dude ran up to me. Yes, sir. Have you ever heard of this tape called, I couldn't remember the name of it, but he goes, have you ever heard of this tape? And I looked at him and said, dude, I'm in Billy Revis's downline, but good luck. He goes, dang, I knew you looked like a winner. And he kept on going. And I thought, okay.
So really, who would do business with someone like that? I mean, that's going to shock you. You scared me, dude.
Yeah.
You know, that's not the way to do it.
I know. I had read that to do a real network marketing or have a real, it has to grow organically. In other words, first you have a bunch of clients, and then if the clients want to go in under you, that's cool. But what happens is you got all these, like Amway, again, they talk about the black hats of Amway. In my live stream a couple of weeks ago, I talked about how Rich DeVos, who was the father-in-law of our current education secretary, was at one time did complain about how many, you know, he said, wait a minute, I thought we were in the business of selling soap, not books and tapes and motivational things to other distributors. But at the same time, what could he say to his main two rainmakers, Bill Britt, Dexter Yeager? We were in the Brit down line at that time, but he couldn't really say much because, you know, they created this, you know, these two guys somehow created this closed ecosystem. And, you know, of course, you know, Rich, I guess maybe Rich was mad that he wasn't getting the cut of the book and tape money. Who knows? But he seemed to have done well for himself.
Yeah. There's a lot of leaders out there that started off in that traditional way of doing things and are doing well because, like they said, it was a numbers game. Got enough people under them, you know. Like it's just not working like that anymore. Yeah, you know? With the internet, you know, I can check you out. I can see what you're really about. You're all over social media. So the most important thing is positioning yourself as a leader, as somebody that people want to follow. You have to have something to say to people, you know.
Definitely.
Some kind of content that's going to help somebody. You help first, and like you said, you bring people come in as customers first. You're not so much doing the business unless that's what they're looking for. You know, I don't push a business on anybody. You know, first, and see if you see what I'm doing. I'm actually catering to people with businesses already that need help getting that message out.
There you go.
See, I wanted to talk to the 90% that told me no. The people that say no, I don't want to join your business. I don't want that. I want to help you with your business. You know, you're having difficulty in your business. Let me help you with that. So my target market is so much larger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. And how many of your businesses just are types of businesses that could benefit from public sector procurement, public sector contracts? Because that's what I'm looking to do. Yes, yes, folks, this is a shameless plug. Plugging. Yes, I am plugging a new channel, which is still yet to be named, that will talk about public sector procurement at the federal, state, local, school board, and even your local sewer board level. And don't get it twisted. Sewer boards let a lot of contracts out. Okay. Don't get it twisted. But how many of those businesses are there? Construction businesses that you deal with? Janitorial, like our brother Jones up in New Jersey. Rodney, yeah.
Well, I do deal with people who have brick and mortar businesses like that, and we would have to definitely connect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're using, for instance, the beacons to promote their business. So yeah, and that's why it's network marketing. We need to network.
There you go. There you go. Network marketing definitely sounds better than MLM because that scares people away. Yeah, but and I'm not here to bash Amway. In case y'all say, if case y'all are thinking that, no, I am not bashing Amway. I appreciate a lot of them folks who I interacted with 20 years ago, and I learned a lot. And as a result, I'm something of a different person today than I was, pre-Amway, if you will.
And then look, they have to be doing something right because they're still here.
Yeah, they're still here.
Exactly.
I'll never forget one time.
With network marketing, network marketing is not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
It's not for everybody because some people look at running and owning their own business. Well, you have to realize that if you're going to run and you're going to own your own business, you're going to work longer hours and you're going to work harder than you did when you're with a corporate company. Because there, yep, you do your 9 to 5 and you're out, But when you have your own business, in order for you to prosper, you have to do the work. The only instant millionaires are lottery winners. And how many are there? You have to do the work. And people, they think that when they hear the I call it the all the hype about a company and they get excited, and then they lose that excitement after. Well, the first person told me no. Well, that's okay because it's not for everybody. And if it's truly for you, you're going to keep at it to reach whatever goal you need to reach. And if it's not for you, yeah, you're going to quit before you even get started because you're going to realize, oh, I got to work to do this. And that means it's not for you. If you feel like I want to avoid having to work, you can keep playing the lottery and you add up, keep account of how much money you put out before you win anything. 2, you're going to have to keep going to work for that company that you're working for that's owned by somebody who maybe inherited it because one of their family members did all the work. But if you want to get there, you got to work. I teach, I get off. I've been up sometimes 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, getting stuff straight for my clients. Looking for they want to go here when I'm putting the package together. Yeah, I could be asleep and say, well, I'll try to work it in between the kids' nap time and stuff. No, I have to give all of myself to what I'm doing. I can't just say, oh, well, it's 5 p.m. My business is closed. No, you have to keep at it. I mean, when we started to travel, in 2012, and our first client trip, it wasn't much, but our commission was $62. Woo! We were like, woo! We made our first money.
Did you image that check and put it up on the?
Yes.
Is it on the wall?
And now they're bigger. They have more zeros up behind them. But
excellent. The
fact of it is, we didn't go in. I mean, we could have harassed people. Come on, do our trip, do this. And then they would have been like, oh my God, I just did this trip for Michael and Joyce, and now they're avoiding us because they figure we might ask them again. You can't do that. You just have to just go with the flow and put yourself out there. I mean, and we're still putting ourselves out there because we can't buy ad on, for the Super Bowl. and people don't realize that. Michael's Beacons, $25. And they're like, ooh, but you want inexpensive marketing. That's inexpensive marketing.
And you can tell that those are the people who really aren't serious about their business because they've never done any ads. I do Facebook ads. I do solo ads. I do a lot of different ads. It costs money. It costs a lot of money, and people still may not see your stuff, and you might not get any sales. So to do something that costs you $25 a month to have your ad out there, and somebody says, "Oh, that's a bit much." Well, I don't even push that because I know that you're not ready. You're not ready for this.
25 is a bit much, huh?
because you should, I mean, $25, you look at your expenses and the things you spend, and people don't realize how much money they actually waste.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say waste, you know, they go to a restaurant and get a nice meal, but guess what? They didn't eat it all. And guess what? They're saying, I don't eat leftovers. So now they done threw away half the cost of that meal. That's wasting money.
I did a video not too long ago on no ROI on coffee, and where I had started. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I had started drinking a Starbucks chai tea or one of those lattes, and it was with almond milk. It came to like close to $6. And I said, now I understand how people get into coffee. That feeling you get. So I was looking forward to my cup of coffee every day as I was going to the gym. But then I thought about it. I'm paying $6 a day. That comes to about $168 a month. And I'm not getting anything back on that. So when people say, you know, and not just with the Beacons, but with anything, starting a business in network marketing, oh, I can't afford that. Think about what you're spending every day and getting nothing back for. See, because if you're going to be serious about this business, you're going to put in some work. But the thing with network marketing is residual income. That's what you want. You have residual bills. Every month you've got a bill that comes in. Why not have money that comes in every single month? I could take off next month and not do anything, and I'm still going to have that money come in. That's residual income. So you're going to do a lot of work now for no money, so that later you can have money for not a lot of work. See, that's what people don't understand. And with the low entry level of network marketing, people don't take it that seriously, you know? So it's like, okay, well, no, I didn't know I had to do all that work. Well, yeah, like Joyce said, you're going to work your butt off and make yourself better and better every single day. And I don't mean just with the network marketing company, but with developing yourself.
Yes.
There's a lot of personal development. I read, I listen to audiobooks. I'm not listening to a bunch of hip hop in the car. I'm listening to audiobooks, making myself better every single day.
What audio? Go ahead.
And they don't think that with network marketing, they want to make that $1 million right now. Well, no, it's not going to happen right now. It's not even going to be $1,000 right now. But once you develop yourself and brand yourself and train yourself, you know, get that training, you won't be wearing out your warm market as, oh no, here she is, she's doing something else, because you won't jump. You'll get focused on what it is you want to sell or want to promote, whatever business you want to be in. And you put all your energy into making that business successful. Right.
Got it.
And then you can be sitting, with our travel business, we brought a person in under our travel. I was at the hairdressers, and the lady was just sitting there talking about, oh, I love travel and I do this and I do that. And all I said to her was, well, you know, since you like traveling, and I gave her my card and said, well, would you check our site out when you're checking all the other sites out? And she said, yeah. And then she contacted me and she said, oh yeah, I got it. I use your site. And I said, you know, if you travel like that, you might want to be interested in the business side of it. And she went to a meeting. She says, I'm going to go, you know, I can't go to that meeting. I said, well, I can't either because I have something planned, but, you know, we can go to the next one. And she ended up going to the meeting without me because she was like, she could. And she called me and she was excited and she joined and she did very well on her own. And it was just not me going out there, hey, hello, would you want to do the travel? Do you want to do the travel? No, you just listen and say, this might work for this person. And then that's when you will start getting some yeses. But if you're just going out saying, hey, have you seen this cassette? Yeah. No, because this person is not worried about, they're there for something else. And now you're throwing this in their face. But if you had listen, if he had been somewhere where he would hear you talk about, he would have known you were already in the Amway and not wasted that time trying to get with it. But
and just to make a point, what Joyce is talking about is was a network marketing travel company that we were in. This is not what she's doing now. When we were selling travel memberships.
Okay.
Network marketing company.
Yes. And see, our leadership changed and
yeah,
stuff
we moved
changed.
to something different.
So we're actually with a different umbrella company.
Are you still selling? Are you still allowing people to come in underneath you in this venture as well?
No, not for this travel.
Okay.
She's just a travel professional booking.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay,
right.
Okay. Well, first, before we go any further, there's one person in the chat room here on the Google or the YouTube site. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have two screens up. We have someone named Ryan James. He says, "You guys are speaking my language." Peace, with a peace sign, and then a smiley face, same for the same person. And then that's Ryan James said, in response to you talking about coffee, buy coffee from the grocery store, $5-6 a bag. Each bag should last you 1 or 2 weeks.
That's right, Ryan. Definitely.
Yeah. But let's see. As far as, entrepreneur, as far as being an entrepreneur, how has that helped? How has being in your own business helped your relationship? Now, how long have the two of you been married, if you don't mind?
7 years.
Okay. How has that helped your relationship? What impact has it had on your relationship? Doing the entrepreneurial thing.
I just love working with her. If she didn't have that entrepreneurial mind, then there might be a clash. But we're both doing it together, and we're working together, and especially with the travel, we're traveling together, and we're helping people, and we're making money. And so, go ahead.
And like I said earlier, we went to this meeting together. When we went to the meeting, we said we're not going to join.
It was so funny.
We're gonna just listen because it's something we wanted to do. We wanted to travel. I wanted to be a travel agent. Michael, he was already had that network marketing background, so we were like, it's a little bit of it for both of us, but we're just going to go and hear what they have to say and see if we want to be a part of this. And then we sat there and we both kind of looked at each other at the same time and said, we have to do this tonight.
Yeah, we got to do this tonight. We were like, okay, well, we'll push this bill over here, and then
because that doesn't have to be paid right now.
We've been late on that before.
So let's go ahead and start up right now. And we did, and we've been actually loving it ever since. Even with the company that we were with, they had some changes and made changes, that landed us where we are now. But it's been fun. The ride's been really fun. The journey and everything. And we had, you should have seen us,
man. We was pushing bills around.
I know.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
we were serious. Some people get excited at those meetings, and those meetings are to get you excited. They show you the cars and this and what you can do, but we knew we could do it. And we knew we were going to stick with it. Right. See, it takes 3 to 5 years to see the fruits of your labor. Most people quit before that. They quit right before they break through.
Right there, like I said, when we got that first $62 commission, we were like, yeah,
60.
Yes. It was like, oh yes.
So what did you do with that $62?
Oh, no, what did we do? We might have went out and ate or something. I don't know.
Did.
Or something.
Oh, you
put some money to it.
What, you didn't put it?
We were like the first one we're going to spend, but the second one we're going to reinvest in the company.
Okay. I was about to say you weren't going to reinvest that first one.
Not that first one. We celebrated on that first one.
Okay. Wow. Man, but I like, it was great. It's great having you guys on to talk about this. We may have to do it again sometime.
I want to
Go
say
ahead. Go ahead.
that young kids, my daughter and her husband came to mind, and they actually are starting, our business. They're young and they're starting a business. And that's one thing that I wish we had. I mean, like Michael had done network marketing, before we reconnected, but I was with corporate America. And I was like, even for a while there, I was happy. But after a while, I was like, you know what? I do not like this anymore. And I am leaving. Yep. And I left and didn't have a job. But, but young kids, and we had started that when we were 30, and now we're here. Look where we would have been, putting in that work. So I want to connect you with them, to have them on. Excuse me. Sure. Young kids, speaking about being an entrepreneur and putting in that work to achieve what goals they have set for themselves.
That is exactly why I started this channel. Mainly, it started out being sort of my own rant. And then I realized that a lot of these folks who are on YouTube and other platforms similar tend to be more younger, Gen Xers, Generation X, or millennials. Now, my older two children are millennials, and my youngest is what's known as a Z, Generation Z. Mm-hmm. And just so you know, my youngest son, Christian, is a heck of an artist, and he has the chance now to sell his artwork at a gaming convention in Boston. So guess who's going to Boston with him?
There you go.
and that's in late August. And of course, the Red Sox are not in town that weekend because I was Mike. I was a baseball fan. Man,
I know how much you love baseball.
Oh, I was a baseball man from way back. If I had known catching was the fastest way to the show, I'd have worked on my game more. The show. That's what they call the major leagues, the show, because that's what it is, a show.
Did I hear you the other day speak of an incident when you were catching and somebody ran in because you were talking to the
okay. Catching 101. When going to the mound, call time, especially when there's a runner on third base. You don't just get up and run and walk to the mound to talk to the pitcher, then suddenly realize he didn't call time. And next thing you know, you turn around just in time to see the runner cross the plate. And you're like, this happened at Bon Air Field over there near Union Avenue, Wyndham Road. Near Wyndham Road and Haddonfield Road is a baseball stadium there. I'm sorry, for those of you who aren't familiar with Pennsauken, sorry, but that was the field that this took place on. Yeah, let me tell you something, Mike. I have to say this. I was a catcher because this guy, you might have heard, you remember a guy named Rich Cranebring?
Sounds familiar, very familiar.
He was on the team, but he injured his thumb and was out for the season. So next thing I know, I'm catching for this youth league team of cast-offs. I'm in 9th grade. These guys are all 7th graders, right? So let me tell you something. Yeah, I got the catch. I sucked. I couldn't throw out. The only kid I could throw out was some fat kid that tried to steal on me at second base. I could throw him out because I was like, if I don't throw this guy out, he thought he could run. So that in baseball, if you drop a third strike or if it gets by you, the runner can go and take off for first base, even though he's technically struck out. That happened a few times to me as well. And those strikeouts became runs for the other team, which kind of led to the reason that we were only 1-19 out of a 20-game schedule. Now, let me tell you this. Even though I sucked, that was the most fun I ever had playing baseball because I was sitting behind the plate acting like I knew what I was doing. And let's face it, catchers have long careers. Bob Boone, Carlton Fisk, our boy Chooch. He might still Chooch Ruiz from the Phillies. Hell, he might still be playing for all we know. And then most catchers, they go on to become managers. So see, if I worked on my game, I could be out. I could be arguing nose to nose with some plate umpire, so he throw me out of the game and fire my team up.
Yep.
So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go there.
You got to put in that work, and you got to stick with it.
You got to put in that work. Yeah, you can't be like Jamarcus Russell and get that big contract and then say, oh well, heck with it. I'm not. They give you that money for a reason.
Yes.
And how big is that playbook for the normal average NFL team? Is about this thick. And you got to know all those plays. But who else joined? Extended Clips. Okay, someone named Extended Clips has joined the chat, and a lady named Cher's Life. Hey, Cher, how you doing? These are folks who normally pop in when I'm live, and just so you know, we're talking to Michael and Joyce Pendleton of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and they are formerly from my neck of the woods in southern Jersey, just right outside of Philadelphia. And me and Mike went to high school together. Yeah. And that is where I'm about to do something to you, Mike.
Okay. Let me get ready.
Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Let me see if I can do this screen share thing. Okay. Oops. Let me, I don't know. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Leroy, I need that picture.
Yes, I figured you would. So here to our left, we have our esteemed guest, Mr. Pendleton. And then this gentleman here, I hope they don't mind that I hope they're not hiding from the law or something. This gentleman would be one Mr. Arnold Wallace.
Yeah.
Yep. And then this gentleman holding the cup would be Mr. Charles Overton. AKA Geechee.
Geechee. Yeah.
AKA. And then finally to our right, yours truly, Quad B, aka Leroy Williams Jr. And check out the sideburns. Those sideburns helped me buy many a bottle of cheap wine at the Roger Wilco while underage. Remember, Mike, when the drinking age was 18 in New Jersey?
I was always the right age for the drinking age.
Yep. And so, I could say that today. I can say that today. That when it was 18, I was 18. When it was 19, I was past 19. Okay. When it was 21, I was 21. Yeah. And when we were 16, though, we were still drinking. Come on, Mike. We were still drinking. We were. Yeah, I remember going to the vet with my brother and a couple of his friends. So I went into Roger Wilco all nervous and stuff, and I got some Budweiser, a 40 of Bud. I think I got some Mad Dog and some Manny Green Springs. and I come out, I say, "Oh, thank you, my good man." I'm thinking I'm gonna get carded or something. I bought the stuff and went out and met up with Maurice, my brother, and his friend. Yo, Lee, got the grog? Yeah, I got the grog. Here we go. Come on, Mike. You knew how it was back in the day. Huh?
What were you guys doing at this table?
We were just posing for the photographer who was walking around, I think.
Okay, because it looks kind of posed now that I look at it.
Look posed, yeah. We were like, yeah, we look all studious. Look at the.
You know who wasn't looking studious? Geechee. Geechee said, "You ain't gonna make me look studious." I'm gonna be me.
Okay. Then we've got, okay, so now we've got this. Now we've got this. That would be
Roy.
yeah, that would be me. And look, and as you can see, the technology that was available for photographing black people and then turning it to black and white wasn't that good. I tried it with Photoshop. I mean, Photoshop looked at that, said, "Yo, man, I'm a computer programmer, Photoshop looked at this picture and said to me, I'm a computer program, not a miracle worker." Okay. So that would be me with the, I can't believe, I'm like, where did this guy go? And then finally, we have, again, the esteemed Mr. Mike Pendleton.
That hair. Oh my God.
Look at that big bow tie.
Yeah, look at that bow tie.
Yeah, it looks like it looked like he could go to the end of a runway and take off with that thing, man. Look at that.
Oh
yeah, how did you get that? How did you fly with that thing? Well, I booked a trip with my wife and I got my wings. I got my wings here. All right, I'm sorry. I'm going on because y'all are laughing, because when I talk like this in front of my kids, my son will go, boo, hiss, boo, hiss. I'm like, stop running. You know you like my jokes. So, oh goodness. So let me. So anyway.
Blew it up.
What's that?
It got bigger before you came out.
Yeah. What got bigger?
The picture.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Can you still see it?
No, I see you now.
We see
you. Okay. Now. Okay. Good. Let me. Okay. Yeah, we got. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got people in the chat going. More important than talking about my being a catcher. It hurts to catch the ball. Mad. Someone laughed about Mad Dog 2020, showing a couple of green sick emojis. Yep. So no, I had to. I had to go there. As you can see, I put some prep into this show, man. This broadcast. I said, I remember that picture. I'm going to find it. And matter of fact, it came out of this. Remember this?
I had that somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This tree still on Westfield Avenue, by the way?
I don't know.
I heard it. But this is it. This thing has been with me all over. This thing has gone all over the country with a brother. But yeah, that's where those pictures came from. The legend 1977.
Yeah.
So for you millennials and Gen Xers, indulge us, because it was a good time, because we didn't have social media. Imagine social media being around in the 70s. Oh my God.
I can't imagine.
Cannot imagine. So what are you guys planning for the rest of your day?
Well, actually, I have someone who has me looking into some cruises for them for next year.
Cool.
So I'm going to go back and work on that. And as I said, I am a school teacher, but I'm also a student. So I'm working on my master's in teaching.
Okay.
So I need to do on that too.
Yes. And so just so you know, my wife, Kathy, is working on a doctorate in education and is in Florida as we speak, taking some classes. It's online, but every year they have what's called a summer
program. You got to actually go.
So she's down there, and so that's why I'm a little more relaxed, because I can say things that I normally can't say when she's around, like damn and crap and all that. She won't let me get. She's like, "You're doing all this filthing in Florida." And I'm like, "Baby, you knew I filthed in Florida when we met." See, they wanted. See, Mike. Here's the thing: women, they see you as a project. They want to fix you. You know? Well, maybe not you two. You guys are way old.
Sometimes you need a little work.
Yeah. Oh, just a little. Okay. And Mike, what about you, man? What's going on?
Well, I'm gonna plan out the rest of my week.
Mm-hmm.
I try to do that on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
So
but then I'm gonna pop open that beer in the refrigerator and put a movie on.
Okay, there you go.
We love watching movies.
Which movie have you seen recently?
We just went yesterday to see
Uncle Drew.
Oh, that's right, Uncle Drew. Right, yes. You did tell me that yesterday.
And you know what? He said something that also applies to network marketing.
And who Uncle Drew did?
He said it about basketball.
Okay.
He said, 100. What did he say?
You only
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
There you go.
So if you're out there, you're not working hard trying to take those shots.
Yeah, you
missed opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay.
Let me try to say that right.
Okay.
Well, that was what was the basketball player that said that?
Michael Jordan. He said it differently. He said, somebody asked Michael Jordan, how is it that you can score 32 points in a game? How is it that you do that? And he said, I take 100 shots.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you got to do. Now, we know from basketball, if they're 2-pointers, 32 points is only 16 shots. But he took 100. And that's what people got to realize. He put in the work. He had to keep putting that ball up. And sometimes, and if you look at it, most of the time, he missed. But look where he got 32 points. So look where he is. You got to, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Right. And here's the other thing. You could say the same about baseball, where if you're successful only 30% of the time, you're considered good.
And that's what people don't realize. It's like, oh no, I can't do this. Though I had too many more no's and this.
Yeah, they get their first no or rejection, then they quit,
or they're not making it as fast as they want to. It's like, no, your thing is you got to keep at it. You have to keep at it.
So that's something that if you do have somebody come in under you in a network marketing structure, you got to tell them that up front. It's not going to be.
Yes.
And you can't. I think that's the big problem. In the 90s, you had people selling, rainbows and unicorns, and it don't work like that. You got to, it's a grind.
And also you have to have enough focus that if you come in under somebody, you can't look at them as God. Because they may not train you. They may tell you stuff because you're in now and now they're gone. And you'd be like, they're in. They brought me in and they're just going to leave me hanging. If the business is for you, so what? You do what you have to do to get done what you need to get done.
Can I say this also? Speaking of network marketing, I have to give a shout out to my mother-in-law. That would be Kathy's mom. Her name's Yvonne Andrews. She's been a Mary Kay consultant since about 86, 87, and she's still at it. She might have a couple of people underneath her, but she's got a heck of a clientele. So if that can work as well, if you don't really want to build an organization, but if you got clients buying from you.
You really?
Yeah.
My mother, my sister buys from Mrs. Andrews. So
exactly.
So and she was with it, and this is over 30 years. So she's got a heck of a clientele.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's getting to be, it's only 2:00. Really? It's only 2:09? Wow, this hour went by quick. Seemed like we were on longer. But anyway, I need to get you guys to repeat for our audience. Oh, and is there anybody in the chat that has any questions for the Pendletons at all? But in the meantime, if you guys could go over your information, where you can be reached, and I will include it in the chat. I'm sorry, in the description box below the video. But if you guys could go back over it and tell, and also send me a message one more time as well. But go over for our audience and people who may be watching this later, who you are again and what you're doing.
Okay.
Okay, I do our travel. We have our travel website.
Your name is
Joyce Pendleton.
Okay.
And our travel search engine is Pendleton, Pendleton, travelandshop.com. And you can go onto that site and you can actually book travel yourself. Also, you can contact me on 240-838-4910 to book group travels. And that's cruises or destinations. And I sometimes I put family travels in with group travels. You don't have to have 100 people to be a group, 5, 10 people.
Okay.
Make a group.
Well, thank you very much. Are there any questions? No, there are not. Okay. Anything else you would like to add, Joyce?
Just if you're looking to start a business, just stay focused and work hard at it, and you will eventually succeed. That's all I have.
Okay, Mike.
And I'm Michael Pendleton. I'm an online marketer. What I do is I help online marketers and network marketers, small business owners, to get their websites, their services, their products seen by more people. And the way I do that is through proximity marketing, which is beacon technology. I promote a device called a Bluetooth beacon. And what it does, it allows you to put your particular message and your link on these beacons, and they broadcast to all Android phones within a 100 radius of this particular beacon. We also have, excuse me?
I was trying to show them, but
there we go. We also have beacons that broadcast with for 400-yard radius and 1,000-yard radius. You can reach me at area code 609-315-7183, and I can talk to you more about it. I do have a website, but I haven't put a domain name on it. You put that in the
your older one, that Michael.
No, that one's under construction. But with regard to the beacons, you can go to bit.ly/Pendleton's Gems. So bit.ly/PENDLETONGEMS.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. And before we go, one other person just came into the chat. She's well known around these parts of YouTube. Char Willie, who's also one of my a moderator on the channel. How you doing? Hello. Say hello to Mr. and Mrs. Pendleton.
Hello.
And they are, I go way. Me and Mike go way back. So I'm here to promote him and his wife and their business, and hopefully we'll be able to collaborate on some things down the road. Because that's what I'm about. That's what I'm about.
I'll leave where they can also email me.
Okay. Okay.
Pendleton55@Yahoo.
Joyce Pendleton. Yeah. Okay. Got Joyce Pendleton 555 at Yahoo. Okay.
Just 2 5.
Joyce Pendleton 55.
Oh, 55. Okay, right. Got it.
At Yahoo.
Okay. And Mike, you've sent me some stuff already, but if you could send me the email, all that stuff again, and I will include it in the description for future viewers of this live stream. Well, it's been fun, you guys. I really appreciated having you.
Fun talking to you.
Yeah, especially going back down memory lane a little bit. But it was great. Hopefully we'll get together in person, me, you guys, and Kathy and I, and we'll maybe, at the very least, just get together and talk.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But that beacon technology looks quite interesting, Mike. I want to learn a little more about that.
Okay, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, that's it, folks. Jar Willie says, nice to meet the Pendletons.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
So in any case, that's about it. Like I said, if you, I thank Michael and Pendleton and his wife, Joyce Howard Pendleton, for sharing their businesses with us here on the Quad B channel. And as I always say, if you like this video or live stream, please share it. Please subscribe to the Quad B channel. If you feel so compelled, you could drop a donation via Patreon or PayPal. And I'm also looking for subscribers, trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. And at some point, we will be having a contest for a really neat STEM-related prize. And STEM is STEM is science and science, technology, engineering, and math. We got to get our kids into those areas as well. Somebody's got to run those robots if they're going to take over the world, right? But someone's got to design them, run them, program them, that kind of thing. Why not us, right? So in any case, that's it. And Mike and Joyce, thank you again.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
Thank you.
And as I always say, peace, deuces, and God bless to the Pendletons and to the folks in the chat. And that will be it. You guys take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.